for Black Hills Surgical Hospital, you ask for someone who believes in hospitality. You ask for someone who treats everyone like a VIP and believes the absolute best shouldn't cost more and makes you feel comfortable, even when you are vulnerable. You ask for someone who cares about the little things as much as the big things. You ask for someone who treats you like you are loved, because you are. Black Hills Surgical Hospital.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Tires? Denny Menholt Rushmore Honda will beat anyone's price on tires. Plus, give you 2-year road hazard coverage at no extra charge. And for a limited time, get up to $100 rebates on sets of 4 tires. Our experts help you get the right tires for your vehicle, and we meet or beat any price. Give you 2 years of road hazard coverage and up to a $100 rebate. That's how we roll. See us at Denny Menholt Rushmore Honda or justhowweroll.com.
Family is the fabric of who we are. The generations that came before us and the ones that will carry on after. At Monument Health, we're dedicated to these communities because they're our communities. We're committed to building the healthcare system of tomorrow with medical knowledge and expertise you can trust, close to home. Here to care, here to connect, here for you, today and tomorrow. Monument Health.
It's used truck month at Denny Menholt Rapid Chevrolet. Choose from over 360 used trucks and SUVs, many late model local trades, Fords, GMCs, Rams, imports, and more. Half tons, 3/4 tons, and heavy duty trucks. Plus the area's best selection of used and certified pre-owned Chevys. Financing available on the spot with no money down to qualified buyers. The Black Hills best selection of used trucks and SUVs is all on sale right now at one location at Denny Menholt Rapid Chevrolet or DennyMenholtRapidChevrolet.com. Looking for a great used truck or SUV? Denny Menholt Toyota has them. Shop a great selection of half-ton trucks and SUVs, imports and domestics, brands like Ford, GMC, Subaru, Nissan, Jeep, and more. Plus, the area's best selection of used Toyotas, Toyota certified pre-owned. Buy with no money down, get financing on the spot with qualified credit. If we don't have exactly what you're looking for, we'll find it for you in our network of dealerships. See us at Denny Menholt Toyota or DennyMenholtToyota.com.
When you ask for Black Hills Surgical Hospital, you ask for someone who believes in hospitality. You ask for someone who treats everyone like a VIP and believes the absolute best shouldn't cost more and makes you feel comfortable, even when you are vulnerable. You ask for someone who cares about the little things as much as the big things. You ask for someone who treats you like you are loved, because you are. Black Hills Surgical Hospital. Ask for us by name.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Menholt Rushmore Honda will beat anyone's price on tires. Plus, give you 2-year road hazard coverage at no extra charge. And for a limited time, get up to $100 rebates on sets of 4 tires. Our experts help you get the right tires for your vehicle, and we meet or beat any price. Give you 2 years of road hazard coverage and up to a $100 rebate. That's how we roll. See us at Denny Menholt Rushmore Honda or justhowweroll.com.
Family is the fabric of who we are. The generations that came before us and the ones that will carry on after. At Monument Health, we're dedicated to these communities because they're our communities. We're committed to building the healthcare system of tomorrow with medical knowledge and expertise you can trust close to home. Here to care, here to connect, here for you today and tomorrow. Monument Health.
It's used truck month at Denny Menholt Rapid Chevrolet. Choose from over 360 used trucks and SUVs, many late model local trades, Fords, GMCs, Rams, imports, and more. Half tons, 3/4 tons, and heavy duty trucks. Plus the area's best selection of used and certified pre-owned Chevys. Financing available on the spot with no money down to qualified buyers. The Black Hills best selection of used trucks and SUVs is all on sale right now at one location at Denny Menholt Rapid Chevrolet or DennyMenholtRapidChevrolet.com. Looking for a great used truck or SUV? Denny Menholt Toyota has them. Shop a great selection of half-ton trucks and SUVs, imports and domestics, brands like Ford, GMC, Subaru, Nissan, Jeep, and more. Plus, the area's best selection of used Toyotas, Toyota certified pre-owned. Buy with no money down, get financing on the spot with qualified credit. If we don't have exactly what you're looking for, we'll find it for you in our network of dealerships. See us at Denny Menholt Toyota or DennyMenholtToyota.com.
When you ask for Black Hills Surgical Hospital, you ask for someone who believes in hospitality. You ask for someone who treats everyone like a VIP and believes the absolute best shouldn't cost more and makes you feel comfortable, even when you are vulnerable. You ask for someone who cares about the little things as much as the big things. You ask for someone who treats you like you are loved, because you are. Black Hills Surgical Hospital. Ask for us by name. When you ask for Black Hills Surgical Hospital, you ask for someone who believes in hospitality. You ask for someone who treats everyone like a VIP and believes the absolute best shouldn't cost more and makes you feel comfortable, even when you are vulnerable. You ask for someone who cares about the little things as much as the big things. You ask for someone who treats you like you are loved, because you are. Black Hills Surgical Hospital. Ask for us by name.
We all want to be happy, but sometimes that doesn't feel possible. But if you have hope, you have everything. Rising Hope Counseling provides high-quality mental health services with locations across South Dakota. Additionally, by providing telehealth, we ensure South Dakota's rural residents have access to high-quality mental health services. Our team lives and works in your communities, and we understand the unique challenges we face. Schedule an appointment by phone or online today. Rising Hope Counseling, offering hope, healing, and change. We all want to be
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today. Your first
Alternative Fuel Coffee House, located in downtown Rapid City, has been a staple since 2006, offering an espresso bar, smoothie bar, and more. If food is what you're looking for, check out their menu. Using local ingredients for their drinks and recipes is their way of showing how important shopping local is. Come in and visit them during skating and patio season for the best coffee experience in town. Who's filling up your cup? Alternative Fuel Coffee House.
Need tires? Denny Menholt Rushmore Honda will beat anyone's price on tires. Plus, give you 2-year road hazard coverage at no extra charge. And for a limited time, get up to $100 rebates on sets of 4 tires. Our experts help you get the right tires for your vehicle, and we meet or beat any price. Give you 2 years of road hazard coverage and up to a $100 rebate. That's how we roll. See us at Denny Menholt Rushmore Honda or justhowweroll.com. Need time?
Hi, this is Nate Brown reminding you to join the Nate Brown Show live weekdays from 4 to 6 p.m. It's Rapid City's sports talk show and Rapid City's only call-in radio show. With big-name guests from across the country to the local sports coverage you just can't get anywhere else. Join the conversation every weekday for thought-provoking sports talk. This is your show. Don't miss the Nate Brown Show from 4 to 6 p.m. on 106.7 FM and 1150 a.m. And stream us all the time at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch the TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. I'm State Farm agent Scott Carlson right here in Rapid City, and I can switch you over and you can start saving today. Me and my team are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. It's easy to switch and save. Just call me, State Farm agent Scott Carlson. Want the real deal? Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
At Monument Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we are here to help you make your comeback. Our team is standing by to diagnose and treat your injury with some of the most advanced treatment options available and same-day appointments. Monument Health practitioners work closely with our therapists and physicians in communities throughout the Black Hills, with locations in Rapid City and Spearfish. Visit monument.health/orthopedics for more information. That's monument.health/orthopedics for more information.
My kid wrecked his car, his third car. The kid needs a car. We need the kid to have a car. What did I do? I begged my insurance agent for mercy. That's another story. Then I went to Cobblers Motors in Rapid City and found a safe, reliable car.
Cobblers Motors is a small, trusted dealership specializing in safe, quality pre-owned vehicles. No pressure, no hassle. Each vehicle is inspected, serviced, and detailed with a warranty like no other. Cobblers Motors, corner of Campbell and Omaha.
Looking for a great used truck or SUV? Denny Menholt Toyota has them. Shop a great selection of half-ton trucks and SUVs, imports and domestics, brands like Ford, GMC, Subaru, Nissan, Jeep, and more. Plus, the area's best selection of used Toyotas, Toyota certified pre-owned. Buy with no money down, get financing on the spot with qualified credit. If we don't have exactly what you're looking for, we'll find it for you in our network of dealerships. See us at Denny Menholt Toyota or DennyMenholtToyota.com. Looking for a great...
Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here is your spot with Live Ticket TV. With over 65 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you find the right market. Plus, you can work with Colton, who's right here in the area. And a portion of all sales made go right back to the school. Get a hold of Colton today, and let's get started in helping build your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Limestone Canyon's
Let's take a look at today's starting lineups. They're being built by Connect Home Center. Whether it's residential or commercial, Connect Home Center has been your hometown lumber yard since 1928. We'll take a look first for the visiting O'Gorman Knights. Their starting lineup looks like this. The quarterback is going to be number 2, Bennett Dannenbring. He is a 6'2", 210-pound senior. At wide receiver is number 34. That is Nathan Ratzliff, a 6'1", 220-pound senior. Then also at a wide receiver is number 1, Peyton Hagee. He is a 6'2", 180-pound senior. Also at wide receiver is number 4, Rylan Satter. He is a 6'2", 215-pound junior. The running back is number 14, Maverick Jones. Maverick is a 6 foot, 170-pound junior. On that offensive line for the O'Gorman Knights is number 50, Avery Erickson. He's the center that we spoke about. He is a 6'1", 200-pound senior. The right guard is number 60, Alex Farkey. Alex is a 6'3", 205-pound senior. The left guard is number 51, Joe Niedringhaus, a 6'2", 210-pound senior. The left tackle is number 67. That's David Vasquez, a 6'1", 195-pound senior. And the right tackle is number 53, and that is Lathan Wilcox, and he's a junior. Head coach again, Jason Poppinga for the O'Gorman Knights. Now looking at the starting offense for the Rapid City Central Cobblers. At quarterback is number 10, Ryan Wetch, a 6'4", 170-pound junior. The running backs are number 5, Zach Soderlin, a 5'9", 175-pound junior, and number 43, Sawyer Saucerman, a 5'8", 190-pound senior. Wide receivers are number 3, Braden Mount, a 5'9", 150-pound senior, and our player to watch, number 22, Jace Johnson, a 6'1", 190-pound senior. The tight end is number 47, Jackson Fairchild. He stands 6'1", 205 pounds, and a senior. The left tackle for the Cobblers is number 50, Will Papke, a 6'4", 255-pound senior. I believe he's going to North Dakota State.
I believe so.
Yep. And then the left guard, number 62, Christian Redleaf, a 5'11", 215-pound sophomore. The right tackle is number 70, Ben Papke, a 6'1", 240-pound sophomore. The right guard, number 63, Ty Black Elk Volkman, a 6 foot, 215-pound junior. And the center for the Cobblers this evening, number 55, Rylan Lamke, a 5'11", 180-pound senior. And that's today's starting lineups. They're built by Connect Home Center, your hometown lumber yard since 1928.
You know, you talked about, a couple of those players here for Central. Of course, our player to watch, Jace Johnson, he's just such a utility player. They use him in the backfield. He'll catch some passes. Not a lot going on for the passing game for the Cobblers, but they're going to try to, gut it out, get a good running game that opens up some passing opportunities. And then a couple of new players coming in on the front line. 2 sophomores, Christian Redleaf. I played ball with his dad. He's a solid player right there. And Ben Papke, also a sophomore coming in. So good time for some of the young guys to get in here, opportunity, get some good varsity playing time against a solid team, and get the good feeling for the next couple of years for the Cobblers.
Absolutely. Let's meet the officials for this evening's ball game. The Law on the Field is brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office and Division of Consumer Protection. Today's officials for the ball game, it is Brad Tucker's crew. So we have Brad Tucker, the referee, Steve Hilton, the umpire, Greg McNabb, Chad Brooks, and the back judge is Tanner Tucker. And we are ready to kick things off. 61 degrees here on this October Friday night.
Does not feel like 61. That wind with that sun going down.
They do say it feels like 59. But,
there you go. Okay, that's right.
Is that better?
Sure.
So the Cobblers get set to kick from right to left. A short end-over-end kick. It's going to bounce inside the 25-yard line, picked up by the O'Gorman Knights down that left sideline.
That's Jones. And the ball's on the turf. Oh!
It goes out of bounds, though, at the 35-yard line is where they will spot the football, and it's going to be Knights football to start this ball game.
And I'll tell you what, that's what's scary. Maverick Jones, in a critical point in the game, gave up a fumble, and the Washington Warriors got it and had a chance. Unfortunately couldn't convert, but here you are trying to seal off a game, and then your star running back puts the ball on the deck. So that's something to watch for tonight.
Here's Dannenbrink from the shotgun, trips right, throws down the middle of the field, has a receiver, he makes the catch, he's into Cobbler territory as he is tackled at about the 47-yard line. That's Sullivan Schlimgen.
And Schlimgen had a great play last week against Washington. Basically, the play that turned the game around. It was a bad snap by the Warriors. The quarterback couldn't handle it. The ball bounced up, and Schlimgen came right through, picked up the ball, and ran 40 yards the other way for a scoop and score.
So first down, 1st and 10 on the Cobbler 47. Again, Dannenbrink from the shotgun, looks to the left on trips left, overthrows the receiver. That was intended for Peyton Hagee.
Yeah, Peyton Hagee, he has the school record for a number of touchdowns in a game, and that was last year with 4 touchdowns for Hagee. But you'll see some similarities between the two schools. You might say, Dean, why are you talking about similarities? Yeah, you see a lot of the same names on both sides of the ball. When you get into AAA, you don't see that too often, but these two schools, you see it just because of low numbers. Although I see tons of players on the sidelines for the O'Gorman Knights, but they have a lot of guys that play both ways.
It's going to be a tight formation now. Trips left, one receiver right. Dannenbrink from the shotgun. He's going to throw, screen pass to the left side, caught by the receiver. He escapes the tackle down the left sideline to the 30, the 25, 20, and he's going to step out of bounds on that far sideline. The intended receiver was Ryland Satter, and that's going to be an O'Gorman Knights first down.
Yeah, Brody Neal had a great shot at him, but just couldn't get his arms around him. He got stiff-armed, and it would have got him for minimal to no gain, but instead turns it into an O'Gorman Knight first down.
They will be 1st and 10, just inside the 25-yard line at the 24. They'll hand it off to Maverick Jones. He takes it up the gut. He's going to be stopped right at the 20-yard line, a short gain of 4 yards to make it 2nd and 6 now for the Knights.
The aforementioned Scott, the center who is injured and out, he's 200-plus pounds, solid player. So now you've got another guy who's 50 pounds lighter comes in.
To the right side, it's going to be Dannenbrink on the quarterback keeper, and he's going to be tackled from behind there inside the 10-yard line. That's going to be a gain of about 10 yards, and that'll move the sticks. It's going to be 1st and goal now for the Knights.
Some great things about Bennett Dannenbrink. He came over last year and struggled a little bit to start with, but finally got the hang of it again. They got their momentum going along in the second half of the season, but he's a big guy, got good arm, and he's fast in the open field, but not real shifty.
They pitch it to the left side. That'll go to Jones. Jones weaves his way in and out of traffic, and he's going to take it in 10 yards, or 9 yards rather, for the touchdown.
I just love the play calling by Coach Papinga and his staff. How they got their plays in right away. They mix it up really well. They utilize the talent, the situation. Just great play calling. You'll notice when they come into situations where they gotta start moving the ball down the field. It's like the play selection is excellent.
And the extra point attempt is good with 10:22 remaining on the State Farm scoreboard, insured by agents Scott Carlson and Matt McCormick. Here in the first quarter, it is the O'Gorman Knights 7 and Rapid City Central nothing. Cobblers have the football when we return. We're back in 30 seconds right here on 106.7 FM, 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City.
And pristine beauty makes Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
Where can you get
And welcome back to the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. This one is going to sail into the back of the end zone, so the Cobblers will have the football for the first time tonight as they bring it out to the 20-yard line. They trail 7-0 to the O'Gorman Knights. And as we dig deep into the Kearney files, since 2004, O'Gorman is 18-0 against Rapid City Central. During that time, O'Gorman has outscored Rapid City Central 735-209. Coming into this ball game, the O'Gorman Knights are averaging a little better than 40 points per game, I should say, in this matchup, while Rapid City Central is averaging just under 12 points per game.
Yeah, interesting, something different. Coach Papinga talked about this. He said, I expect they're going to throw something different. We usually see that two running backfield set. This time they just went with a single back and tried to spread things out a little bit. Got about 4 yards there on the give to Zach Soderlund, so nice pickup on first down. That's what we're used to seeing.
They'll hand it off again, a little misdirection there.
Well, and here's the problem with the running game that you have. You got to have a guy that's going to be able to dive into a pile. He got where he was at. He saw that there was really no hole, and instead he stopped, stuttered his feet for a second, and as soon as you do that, the linebackers close in on you, and you don't get anything out of it. Even though it's not there, but that's where your blocking is, you just got to dive into that pile. And he would have got another couple of yards out of it had he done that.
We're looking at 3rd and 5 from the 25-yard line, but we're going to get a penalty. This will go against the Cobblers. It looks like false start against Rapid City Central.
You know, one of the things we didn't mention, which was ultimate in the for them in their keys, was the mistakes have to be almost nil. Turnovers, mistakes in blocking, coverage, pass coverage, penalties, all those just have to be nil. You're already fighting an uphill battle. You got to be able to execute with perfection.
So now we're looking at 3rd and 10 coming up after that 5-yard penalty. Here's Wetch dropping back under pressure, throws to the right side to the sideline. It's intercepted by the O'Gorman Knights at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, is that
number 7, Hayden Gross is the defensive back.
Yeah, Hayden Gross it was a zone coverage. He just dropped back in coverage, and as soon as Wetch turned and looked that direction, he just floated out there. They had coverage up over top. They had coverage underneath, and he just looked right at his receiver the whole time, chucked it over there, and it was just an easy pick for Gross.
So first turnover of the game for the Cobblers. It's now going to be a very short field to work with for O'Gorman. They go trips right, one receiver left. Jones lined up to the right of Dannenbring as he goes, shotgun snap. There's the pass, crossing route there. It's going to be caught by the receiver. He's still on his feet. That's Schlimgen, and he is going to be tackled just shy of the 10-yard line. That's going to be a gain of almost 20 yards, and that'll make it now first and 10 from the 11, in fact.
Yeah, we talked about the struggles in the running game for the O'Gorman Knights, and they still have quite a talented receiving core. They got Bennett Dannenbring, so they got quite a bit around them, and I see they're kind of shying away from that running game tonight.
They'll go trips right again, throwing to the corner of the end zone, and an amazing catch there, a one-handed grab by number 4, Ryland Satter, in the corner of the end zone to put the Knights up 13-0 over Rapid City Central.
How about that? Just a great touch, just a little back corner route. He sneaks into the back corner, and like you said, one-handed, hauls it in, uses two hands to finish it out, and gets the score.
Here's the extra point attempt now. Coming up for the Knights, there's the snap, the hold, and this one is no good, the extra point attempt, and I'm not sure if it was, I don't think it was touched, it was just not a good clean kick extra point attempt there.
He just hooked it a little bit.
So with 8:09 to go here in the first quarter, on the State Farm scoreboard, that makes it 13-0 O'Gorman over Rapid City Central. We're also following a game there at the Hart Ranch tonight as the Rapid City Christian Comets, they're taking on Woonsocket, Wessington Springs, Sanborn Central, and all the other names.
Right? That's it. You got them all.
I think I got them all. That game being played tonight started, I think, at 5 o'clock.
It did start at 5, and scoreless after the first quarter. Now it's halftime, and Woonsocket is only up 8-0 on the Comets. I know the Comets were feeling very confident in how to be able to match up against this team. Woonsocket is not an easy team to match up against, a solid team. Last year they got absolutely trounced by them, but they had a solid player who actually I think went and played D1 ball, just a huge guy. But either way, they look huge. I saw them tonight, and right now the Comets doing a pretty good job hanging in there.
And there's the kickoff by O'Gorman. This one is going to once again sail into the end zone, so this one will come out to the 20-yard line. Another score we're looking at, too, Del Rapids and St. Thomas More tonight. They're squaring off East River there in Del Rapids. Of course, a big game for the Cavaliers, trying to get one more win to try to work themselves into a possible home game situation.
Yeah, that's just the game must be just underway. Don't have anything out of that, but yeah, you're right. They need this win in order to get a home playoff game. Bottom line. Plus, they need a better matchup.
Here's Wetch. He's going to hand the ball off. We'll see. I think that was Soderlin. Soderlin's getting up from the bottom of that pile. But we have an injured Cobbler.
Yeah, definitely what you don't want to see for the Cobblers. They're already pretty thin. You look at the numbers across the sideline, and it looks like a Class 11B. I think Winter even has more kids than that when they line up along the sidelines. And so I know that's just been kind of part of the frustration for Coach Cruz and his staff this year. It's like, hey, we got to get kids that are committed to playing ball and come out. And it's kind of a catch-22 situation when you struggle as a football team, not able to get wins or even compete with some teams that you play against. Kids don't want to play. And St. Thomas More proves that, where they play 2 levels up. At least in their conference, they play 2 levels up. So they have much less numbers than the teams that they face, yet they compete and win against those teams. And it just goes to show you, the kids want to show up, they want to play. When you have a winning organization, they want to play. And they want to, compete in that high level. And so, again, it's a catch-22, and I know the Cobblers are kind of right in the middle of that.
The injured Cobbler, who's walking off the field, is number 70, Ben Papke, the sophomore, who's getting some varsity playing time tonight. He was able to walk off, so hopefully we'll see him yet again tonight on that offensive line.
See a little brace on his knee already, and it looks like he's kind of favoring that knee. So hopefully he's able to walk it off and get back out there.
So 1 yard gain on that last carry. We're looking at 2nd and 9 coming up for the Cobblers, going from right to left. Ball on the left side, hash marks. Ryan Wetch from the shotgun takes the snap, fakes the handoff, drops back, lobs it to this left side. It's caught by the receiver. And that's going to be a first down as the Zach Soderlin makes the catch, and he takes it out to the 35-yard line.
Like you said, the catch by Satter by the O'Gorman Knights, a little one-hander. Right now, Soderlin did a good job. Good job by Wetch drawing the defense into him, and they just dumps it out of the backfield.
So 14-yard gain there by Soderlin. It'll be 1st and 10 Cobblers from the 35-yard line. They'll hand the ball off. Soderlin once again gets through the gap on the right side. He's going to take it to about the 38-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 3 yards. We're looking at 2nd and 7 now for Rapid City Central as they trail 13-0 to the O'Gorman Knights. They'll send one receiver to the right. That's Braden Mount. To the left is going to be Jace Johnson. Ryan Wetch, shotgun snap. There's the snap. There's the handoff. Right up the middle again. It's going to be Soderlin. The ball is loose. It's on the ground. But are they going to rule that it was down first or that Soderlin was down?
I think so. You see the linesman coming in from the side there.
That's Greg McNabb from our near side.
Yeah, the head linesman. They're going to talk about it a little bit.
And they are. They're going to say another turnover as Soderlin loses the ball.
Yeah, it was really close. It looked like he marked it right where he hit the ground. But then they marked it where he recovered it. So Brad Tucker says turnover. The officials talk about it for a second, and that's 2 turnovers in 2 possessions. Not the way you want to start a game.
Absolutely. A tough couple of possessions there for the Cobblers, taking on these third-ranked Knights from O'Gorman High School. Here's Dannenbrink from the shotgun, fakes the handoff, throws to the left side, caught by Peyton Haggy, tries to spin out of a tackle. As he gets into Cobbler territory, he's going to be stopped inside the 35-yard line down to the 34, which means we've got a gain there of about 17 yards.
And you're going to see the Cobblers, their defensive backs, they're going to play off a little bit just because of the skill of what the O'Gorman Knights bring. You don't want to get burnt deep right away, so you want to make sure you give them cushion. You're not going to see a bump and run coverage by them at all.
Here's Dannenbrink now. Throws back to this near side, caught by the receiver. He's going to be tackled from behind inside the 25-yard line, and that's real close to a first down for O'Gorman.
And I'll tell you, that's what O'Gorman does well. You see a lot of teams with lots of talent. They love throwing the ball down the field. You see those Stevens Raiders, big plays they want to do, chucking the ball, running around, do like playground ball. Jed Jensen runs around, tries to find open receivers. The O'Gorman Knights aren't like that at all. They're very precise. It's short, quick routes or some intermediate, finding somebody in the middle of a zone route.
Dannenbrink again from the shotgun. Fakes the handoff, throws left side. It's going to be caught by Ryland Satter. He breaks one tackle. Now he's inside the 5-yard line, and he's in for the score. Ryland Satter, for the second time tonight, he scores from 24 yards out, and it's now 19-0 as the Knights have the lead here in this first quarter.
Yeah, so that's either just a blown coverage or a blown, a play call on the defensive side for the Cobblers. As Satter, he's their fullback, and he just kind of comes out of the backfield, and yet he's a dangerous receiver in that area as well. And there was nobody on him shortly, and once he caught it, he had the defender close in on him, but he quickly was trailing him, and Satter just takes it in from quite a ways out. And again, great play call, again, by the Knights to realize the situation. Again, short, precise routes.
So 5:33 to go in the second quarter on the State Farm scoreboard. The O'Gorman Knights stretch their lead to 20 now. They lead 20-0 over Rapid City Central. We'll return in 30 seconds on 106.7 FM, 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City, and online at foxsportsrapidcity.com, as well as gocobblerslive.com.
Good neighbor service and surprisingly great insurance rates at State Farm. I'm State Farm agent Matt McCormick, and I'm your one-stop shop in Rapid City for the service you deserve at the price you want. So stop looking around. State Farm agent Matt McCormick, I'm ready to help. Call 348-0464 for surprisingly great rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Star Spangled Batter on Jackson Boulevard.
And we are back here at Dunham Field at O'Hara Stadium on Week 9 of the high school football season with Dean Gurr. I'm Jerome Wickersham. We're back here at the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail Broadcast booth. So Jace Johnson just inside the goal line. He makes the return there, brings it out to the 28-yard line, is where the Cobblers now have the football for the third time tonight, trailing by 20 to O'Gorman.
A great little fake reverse they ran, and he had some good room to run.
Wedge hands it off to Soderlin. He switches hands. He's going to be wrapped up in the backfield for a loss of maybe a yard, or he might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you what, Hayden Gross, he was the defensive. He's listed as a defensive back, but boy, that time he played it like an outside linebacker, shed his block, and came in and dropped Soderlin. Looked like he had a chance to bounce it outside, but Gross quickly gets into the backfield.
That's going to be a loss of a yard back to the 27-yard line. 2nd and 11 for the Cobblers. Ball on the left side hash marks as they go from right to left. Just under 5 minutes to play here in quarter number 1. Ryan Wetch goes from the shotgun, trips left. He drops back, now throws back to Johnson, and it's intercepted for the second time tonight. This one by number 16.
Peyton Huggy. Oh, no, 16 is.
So Sullivan Schlimgen.
Sorry. So, yeah, Sullivan Schlimgen. Again, it was just zone coverage. He did a great job. I thought it was a great route. It was intended for Jace Johnson right here on the near sideline. He just ran a little stop route about 5 yards out. But how about just the sense of playing ball? Sullivan Schlimgen drops into the underneath part of that route and just picks it off.
Third turnover in this first quarter for Rapid City Central. Here's Bennett Dannenbrink. Now he's going to throw it for Hagee in the end zone, but just out of his reach. He was heading for that left corner of the end zone, and in fact, he had a chance, maybe even got his fingertips on it, but it's going to fall incomplete.
Yeah, definitely. I thought it was a well-thrown ball, and I don't know, maybe Hagee just underestimated, or just between the both of them, the speed of what Hagee brings, but I would be surprised at that, but I thought it was a great touch on it. He had plenty of time. Again, he doesn't run around. He doesn't survey. He'll go through his progressions quickly, finds what he wants, and gets rid of it.
Trips left on 2nd and 10. This time the ball is thrown into the backfield, trying to get it to Maverick Jones, and he just drops the pass there. Not sure if he was quite ready for that pass.
Just a look at that distribution. Throw deep, throw outside, throw underneath. You move it around. You keep that defense just guessing where can this ball go next, and just a great play calling.
3rd and 10 coming up now for the Knights on the Cobbler 31-yard line. They'll go trips left, one receiver right. That's Schlimgen in single coverage. They'll hand it off to Jones. He goes right up the middle, still on his feet, weaves in and out of traffic. He's going to get inside the inside the 15. Down to the 10-yard line is where they will blow it dead.
And Maverick Jones, he's not a power runner by any means. Just a junior coming in, but he gets the starting nod, and he does a great job of weaving. There was a wide open hole there. He weaves right through it. That's what he does best, uses his speed, and easily got that first down.
21-yard pickup there for Maverick Jones. 1st and goal now for the Knights. Tight formation. Direct snap, it'll go to Jones, and Jones has Bennett Dannenbrink blocking for him, and he's going to take it to pay dirt, 10 yards to that left side for his 2nd touchdown in this contest.
I don't know if Dannenbrink even had anyone to block. He was going with you, saw his head swiveling around trying to find somebody and just kind of escorted in. That's kind of surprising a little bit. When I talked to the O'Gorman coach, he said that Dannenbrink's a little bit dinged up. He's able to play. He's kind of gut through whatever injury that he has, and will continue to play. So tell him to get out and block. They're a gamer. These high school kids, if you got a winning program, they want to get out. They want to, make some noise and just be competitive. So even if they're injured, they're going to get out there if there's any way they can and do whatever you tell them to do. If it means block and you're a quarterback, by all means, they're going to block.
The extra point is good with 3:57 to go here in the first quarter. On the State Farm scoreboard, insured by agents Scott Carlson and Matt McCormick, the O'Gorman Knights lead Rapid City Central 27-0. 3 possessions for the Cobblers, Dean, 3 turnovers. Just a difficult start, for the Cobblers, and really hard to, recover from something like that.
Here's a number that you don't want to hear by any stretch of the imagination. Right now, their turnovers are outnumbering their penalties, both negative items, but 3-1. They are beating them. So you got to have precise routes. You got to be able to surgically operate your offense, and right now the Cobblers just can't do that.
Here's the kickoff coming up by the O'Gorman Knights. There's the kick. This one is going to take a bounce. It's going to be returned by, I think that's Sawyer Saucerman. That's number 43. Takes it out to the 25-yard line. Is that actually number 13?
Yeah, someone else.
So not Saucerman is
Jason
43.
James Simmons? Didn't think that's what he said, but either way, kind of hard to tell. But either way, Cobbler's going to set up shop here. Yeah, they're down 4 scores already. Let's see if they can at least operate the running game.
So Wetch again, and will go from the shotgun. 1st and 10 for the Cobblers. Hands the ball off. Breaking to the outside is going to be Saucerman. He was able to get by one defender, takes it to about the 32-yard line for a gain of at least 5 yards.
Yeah, it was actually a decent job. The defensive end there, linebacker, looked like he had him kind of trapped, but he did a good job. Took a little left, went around him, and was able to escape that tackle and got a couple extra yards out of it.
2nd and 5 coming up for the Cobblers on their own 32, going from right to left. Still in the first quarter of play here. 3:16 remaining.
For the Cobblers from the 32-yard line.
They'll go in the I formation now. It's going to be a tight formation. They'll hand the ball off. This goes to Zach Soderlund. Soderlund tries to break it to the outside. Instead, he's going to be ankle tackled right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe got to the 33-yard line. It looks like no gain, so we're still going to call it 3rd and 5 coming up for Rapid City Central.
You know, and this normally kind of the little gray area where you're going to decide whether you're going to throw or run the ball in this type of situation. And, you know, at least judging by how this game has started, they might want to run it, even though you might hear some jeers from maybe a crowd saying, look, you're down 4 scores here. You've got 3rd and 4 or 5. Why are you running the ball? But, hey, that's what they do well.
And we are going to get a timeout. Cobblers want to talk about it with 2:19 to play. There is no flag. It is a timeout called by Rapid City Central. Again, 2:19 remaining in this first quarter on the State Farm scoreboard. O'Gorman 27, Rapid City Central nothing. We'll return in 30 seconds right here on 106.7 FM, 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City, and online at foxsportsrapidcity.com, as well as gocobblerslive.com.
Rapid City, South Dakota, famous for their delicious cakes, cupcakes, and other tasty baked goods. But did you know they're the only bakery in town to offer free consultations? Not to mention free samples when planning your big or small wedding. They also take special orders for that special party for that special someone. Check out their daily specials on Facebook or call ahead to grab some goodies for the office on your way to work. Star Spangled Batter is a proud sponsor of Rapid City sports and activities on liveticket.tv.
We're back here at the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail Broadcast Booth, Sales, Service, and Recreation. With Dean Gurr, I'm Jerome Wickersham on Fox Sports Rapid City. Right now, the Cobblers taking on the Knights. They trail 27-0 here in this first quarter. A big 3rd and 5 coming up for the Cobblers. Wetch out of the shotgun, throws to his right, has a receiver, making a diving catch along the sideline is going to be Sawyer Saucerman, and that's going to be enough to move the chains for the Cobblers.
Second first down of the game for the Cobblers, at least showing some signs there, what they can do. Again, that's a nice little simple, precise play. Exactly what we talk about. Just a little out route. You take your quarterback, you roll them out, and run along the side. You make sure you tell your quarterback, okay, we're going to roll out this way. But if they're playing zone and they got a guy underneath, you got to either get it outside of him or over the top of him.
They'll go back to the running game now as they hand it off. I think that they're going to blow it dead. It's going to be no gain. But the Knights came away with it. But,
Rylan Satter's got the ball. It's like, I'm going the other direction, but you heard the whistles right away. So,
Zach Soderlund was your ball carrier. No gain there at the 40-yard line. So 2nd and 10 now on the Cobbler 40. Ryan Wetch getting the play from the sidelines there as he comes back, joins the huddle. Cobblers come up to the line of scrimmage now, 2nd and 10. They'll go trips right, one receiver to the left. That's Jace Johnson in single coverage. Shotgun snap, Wetch drops back, throws back to Johnson. Johnson in some trouble. In fact, he's going to be tackled for a loss of 5 back at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, I think what they were trying to do is to suck in the defense, but when you don't really have to blitz, when you can be effective with your defensive line, your linebackers can stay put into that underneath zone where you need to. So when you get a running back out of the backfield, you got a guy right there ready to make a play, which is exactly what the Knights did that time.
So a loss of 5 yards, 3rd and 15 back at the 35-yard line of the Cobblers. In a hurry, they come up to the line of scrimmage. We're down to 3 seconds on the play clock. Wetch takes the snap, empty backfield, throws down the left sideline for Jace Johnson, but he throws it out of bounds. He had two receivers, Soderlin and Johnson, in the area, but instead he throws it too far to the left of Johnson, and it flies out of bounds.
Yeah, just running right up the sideline. He had a defender right with him, and then, like you said, you got two guys right in the same area. That's not what you want. You want somebody more toward the middle of the field so you can spread out the defense so the safety just doesn't roll over and guarding one guy and intercepts your ball that you have intended for someone else.
So now 4th down coming up. The Cobblers will be punting for the first time tonight with 16 seconds remaining. And the Knights want to take a timeout.
I don't know if it's a wind timeout or whatever they want to. It's really not that windy out. It's been obviously it's been windy here the past
week.
The whole week, right? Yep. But they can take a timeout. Going to talk about here what type of return they want to set up. They're already up 4 scores.
So 27-0 is the score. We'll take a quick look at other scores. Right now, we'll look at Class 11 AAA. Sioux Falls Lincoln leading Sioux Falls Washington 17-0. Harrisburg all over Brookings 41-0. I know Dean, you and I talked, and we feel Harrisburg is right up there at the top of Class 11 AAA.
Yeah, obviously a huge game next week between Harrisburg and these O'Gorman Knights to determine who's going to be the number 2 seed going into the playoffs. And, you know, with the way O'Gorman's playing right now, I've kind of watched them in the last couple of weeks. I kind of feel like Harrisburg's a little bit of an edge above them. They can run the ball so well, and O'Gorman's really struggled to run the ball. So, and they're not really changing that mind here, tonight, even though they're up 4 scores.
In Class 11 AA, it's the battle of the unbeatens as Pierre taking on T Area. And it's Pierre 7, T Area nothing, and that's in the first quarter. So we'll keep you updated throughout the night.
Yeah, that's like a Michigan-Ohio State game early on.
Here's a punt. It's going to be fielded by O'Gorman down that left sideline. Now cutting back to the right, they get into Cobbler territory. That was number 12 on the return, so that's Henry Theobald.
And I don't know if you heard the crowd kind of yelling a little bit there. They weren't yelling for excitement because of the return. What they were yelling for is it looked like there was a block in the back right at the point where the receiver fielded the ball and then took off right around the 30, 35-yard line. Somebody hit Soderlin kind of right in the back. It wasn't a push. It was a bump. But either way, the crowd didn't like it.
Again, we have a kind of a small crowd here tonight. Of course, getting a little cooler weather here in mid-October. Here's Dannenbring. He's going to throw to the right side, and it's going to be broken up by the Cobblers. Wow. In fact, almost intercepted by Rapid City Central.
Yeah, what a great play on it. That was Gilbert White, a sophomore, getting the chance to play tonight. And it was right on the outside, and White played it perfectly, got his hands right in there, and like you said, almost got it picked off. Looked like there were 4 hands on it at one time.
And we had a penalty on that play.
Yeah, an ineligible receiver downfield. I didn't see who it was, but that's the call by Brad Tucker, so they'll move the ball back.
And that's going to be the end of the first quarter here at O'Hara Stadium in Rapid City. After 1 on the State Farm scoreboard, insured by agents Scott Carlson and Matt McCormick, the score remains O'Gorman 27, Rapid City Central nothing. We'll return in 30 seconds right here on 106.7 FM, 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City, and online at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
It's used truck month at Denny Menholt Rapid Chevrolet. Choose from over 360 used trucks and SUVs, many late model local trades, Fords, GMCs, Rams, imports, and more. Half tons, 3/4 tons, and heavy duty trucks. Plus the area's best selection of used and certified pre-owned Chevys. Financing available on the spot with no money down to qualified buyers. The Black Hills best selection of used trucks and SUVs is all on sale right now at one location at Denny Menholt Rapid Chevrolet or DennyMenholtRapidChevrolet.com. It's used truck.
Have you been in a fender bender recently? Maybe have some hail damage on your vehicle? New Miller Truck and Auto Body specializes in body repairs for cars, pickups, and semis. Located at 3030 East Highway 44 in Rapid City, New Miller Truck and Auto Body is open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. Let their experts undo the damage you did. Call 605-342-0537. You've tried the rest, now try the best. New Miller Truck and Auto Body in Rapid City.
We may have some other players now jumping in there.
Yeah, Jacobson. Just a nice little play out of Dannenbring. Just kind of got a little hurry. Didn't need to. There wasn't any pressure, but he just wanted, you want to hit that timing of that route. When you run an out route, you can't let the out route drag on or the defender is able to catch up to it.
2nd and 15 now. There's the handoff to Jones. Jones breaks it to the outside. He's at the 30, the 25, 20, down the right sideline to the 10-yard line, and Jones is going to be tackled out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. In fact, they mark him at the 5.
Yeah, a great job. We talked about the running game tonight. They want to be able to establish it. They haven't ran the ball too much, but that little delay handoff right there, it just allows the blockers more opportunities to get those seal blocks that you're looking for. And that's exactly what happened. Open those holes wide for Jones. He good vision, bounces it to the outside, and just outruns the defense.
So now 1st and goal coming up for the O'Gorman Knights on the Cobbler 5-yard line. Dannenbring, again, shotgun snap, hands it off to Jones. Jones already scored twice tonight, finds a gap there on the right side of the line, and he's in for the score. The 3rd touchdown for Maverick Jones in this ball game.
Boy, I just mentioned the running game, and all of a sudden they just decided to start running the ball a little bit. It's something they definitely need to be able to do if they're going to compete with the Harrisburgs and the Jeffersons heading into the playoffs.
Here's the extra point attempt now. There's the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and this one is through the upright. So 11:38 to go in the 2nd quarter. It's now the O'Gorman Knights 34 and the Rapid City Central Cobblers nothing on the State Farm scoreboard.
The O'Gorman Knights are just showing that how they can just surgically precise and dissect you. It's like a classroom here at Tech. You just start dissecting a defense, and just the way that you call the plays and the way you execute them. They got solid blocking up front. They find the holes they're looking for. The ball is out of Dannenbring's hand quickly. Here, the receivers find the open areas, run the great routes, and aside from a few incomplete passes, the O'Gorman Knights are just absolutely on target and on fire here tonight.
Absolutely, as they lead 34-0 over Rapid City Central. Just 1 week remaining in the regular season for the larger schools. Of course, next week it's going to be playoff action already for Class 11B and the 9-man schools.
Yeah, and lots of things going on. People trying to solidify positions you're talking about. Christian just still down to 8 with 6 minutes left against Woonsocket, Wessington Springs, and Sanborn Central.
Here's the kick. It's going to be Jace Johnson on the return, taking it about the 15. Still on his feet. He's going to take it out near the 40-yard line. Nice return there to the 37-yard line for Jace Johnson.
And I'll tell you what, that's what you like to see. Obviously, that's a little less of a kick for Hagee, but you want to see your kick returner catch the ball on the run. That gives him the momentum he's looking for. He finds the blockers, he follows them, dives into the pile, and keeps pushing the pile as he got at least another 5 yards out of that.
So the Cobblers will have the ball for the 5th time in this contest. 11:30 remaining in the 2nd quarter. Here's Wetch from the shotgun once again. In fact, that's going to be a direct snap. It goes to Soderlin. And Soderlin, through the A-gap on that left side, takes it to about the 44-yard line right there for a gain of 7 yards.
I'll tell you, if someone knows anything about his A-gaps, it's Jerome, that's for sure.
Well, I've learned a lot from you, Dean. I've learned a lot from you.
Yeah, just a nice little dive up the middle. Again, that's the bread and butter for these Cobblers. They have to be able to run the ball, and they can. Mm-hmm. Their line shows that they can do some things up the middle. And you have to the problem is you have to be able to get some yardage on those 1st and 2nd downs. If you force yourself into 3rd and mid, 3rd and long, and a passing situation, then that's a little bit of a struggle. Now, this is a good passing situation here, which they don't take advantage of.
It's going to be Soderlin once again.
I think he got the first down on this. Mm-hmm. Good job. It looked like he got hit originally at the line of scrimmage, but kept chucking forward.
Yep, so Soderlin takes the ball to the 47-yard line, and they're going to move the chains on this near sideline. So another 1st down for the Cobblers, which, again, you'd like to see in this first half just a good established drive here for the Cobblers.
Yeah, and it's sad to say that they started 3 possessions with 3 turnovers on when they're the type of offense that really just needs to grind it out and chew up some clock.
They give the ball. In fact, it was Soderlin and Saucerman in the backfield, and the ball was kind of juggled there. Saucerman comes away with it, and he takes it into O'Gorman territory to the 49-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know. If I'm the offensive coordinator for the Cobblers, this is what I'm going to do. We're going to pound and pound, kick it outside, pound, kick it outside. Keep rolling with that because this line is showing that, hey, they're up to the task of pushing these defensive line for O'Gorman around.
So you have Soderlin and Saucerman lined up in the backfield. No quarterback. They'll hand it off. It goes to Saucerman. Still on his feet. Gets inside the 40-yard line. Down to the 38-yard line. And that will move the chains once again for the Cobblers.
Just absolutely right now in this drive, the Cobbler offense is having their way with this O'Gorman defense. And I think they're trying to get some substitutions in there to try to see if they can do something to stop them. But right now, Cobblers just grind.
So Ryan Wetch not in the ball game. They just go with the 2 running backs in the backfield. Soderlin acts as the quarterback. There's the snap. He'll follow his blocker. Gets through the gap on the right side. He's going to get down to about the 32-yard line for a gain of 6 yards.
You know, and we've seen Jace Johnson go into that formation and run that type of offense. But like you said, is it number 3? 3 is in there. Is that Braden Mount? Is he the guy in the backfield?
I thought it was 5.
Could be 5.
Soderlin and then also Sawyer Saucerman.
Yeah, Mount is over on the other side. But yeah, so just doing a great job of, hey, just run.
They'll hand it off to Saucerman. He tries to get to the outside, but it's going to be Schlimgen who wraps him up at the 30-yard line nonetheless. About a 3-yard gain there on the carry by Sawyer Saucerman.
Yes, solid at the defensive end position are the O'Gorman Knights. And so the Cobblers, like we said, they're going to pound it up the middle. Then they're going to try to sneak outside to see if you can get the ends to try to clamp down a little bit and try to get him to sneak on the outside. But it's going to be 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
3rd and a very manageable 2 right now. 3rd and 2 coming up for the Cobblers. There's the snap. Breaking to the outside. He's at the 25 to the 20-yard line to the 15 to the 10, the 5, and touchdown for the Cobblers. That's Zach Soderlin who takes it 30 yards to pay dirt.
How about that? Again, the way that they ran the ball up the middle made the defense collapse in. They have to respect the dive play, respect it, stay in there, stay tight. Soderlin went that way, and then he popped to the outside and just used some speed, turned on the jets, and went all the way. But we do have a yellow flag on the field.
A flag back at the 24-yard line. The 16-yard line.
And boy, how unfortunate it was for the Cobblers there. Great play by Soderlin.
Yep. If that would have stood, a 30-yard run there by Soderlin. Instead, the ball is at the 26-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Cobblers on the O'Gorman Knights 26-yard line. Soderlin kind of runs into his blocker, switches back to the right side. Now he's at the 15, the 10, the 5. He dives for the end zone.
But he's short, yep.
He stepped out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
Oh, a nice play there. How about that? He ran into his own guy trying to go to the left side. No, nothing there, so he's like, I'm going to head the other way, and absolutely outran the defense again, but just got down to the 2-yard line and unfortunately could not dive into the end zone.
The ball on the Knights' 2-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for the Cobblers.
This is a perfect setup for them. What they've been able to do. Pound it up the middle. Direct snap and do it.
Ryan Wetch now in the ball game. They'll go in I formation. Wetch hands it off to Soderlin. Soderlin right up the middle. Touchdown, Rapid City Central.
Boy, he was practically untouched. I was wondering, they bring Wetch in. You're like, hey, you had such success doing it with the little Wildcat formation. Why are you going to do it this way? But the I formation, lead blocker, and he is untouched into the end zone.
So the Cobblers get on the scoreboard with that 2-yard touchdown run by Zach Soderlin. Here comes the extra point attempt by the Cobblers with 7:25 remaining here in the second. There's the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and this one is through the uprights. A nice drive there by Rapid City Central as they just pound the ball on that running attack. They get on the scoreboard. On the State Farm scoreboard, insured by agent Scott Carlson and Matt McCormick, 7:25 remaining in the second quarter. It's the O'Gorman Knights 34 and Rapid City Central 7. Dean, I know that score is lopsided, but for the Cobblers, they found a game plan. They found what was working with them, as that ground game was just ran excellently that time.
Well, our keys to the game tonight were short and simple. And for the Cobblers, it was run the ball. And for the Knights, it was stop the run. Mm-hmm. And, the Cobblers were kind of experimenting with some things. And their experimentation, unfortunately, did not work out well with 3 turnovers. But once they got the ball and they start driving it, do that wildcat, that's been effective for them all year, whether Jace Johnson's running it or Soderlin or whoever it is running in the backfield. They're just able to get that direct snap, use the blocking of the linemen up front. You follow your blockers, you double team right at the point of attack, and they are able to move the ball little chunk, and then all of a sudden, here I'm in pay dirt.
Exactly. And I think I said excellently. I don't think if that is a word. I think
excellently?
I don't know if I think I misspoke there, but
we might have to dip into the Kearney files and see if he can get some grammar going on here.
Here's a line drive kick taken at the 15-yard line by O'Gorman out to the 30 to the 40-yard line, and now tackled at the 41-yard line. Either way, that ground game, though, just ran perfectly. That's what I should say.
Oh, absolutely. It was just push and dive, and it was old school football. If you're an old school purist, it's funny because you don't really see it at the triple level at the East River football, but when you start trickling down to AA and all the way down to 9-man, this is the type of football you see constantly. Different formations and different types of offenses, but it's just pound, 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 and the Cobblers pounded their way into the end zone.
1st and 10, here's Dannenbrink. He tries to get the ball out. It's caught by Peyton Hagee at the 30 down to the 20 as he is grabbed from behind, still on his feet, tries to break a couple of tackles, but it took 3 Cobblers to get down Peyton Hagee inside the 10-yard line.
Well, what happened was, first of all, he gets behind the defender. Great route, just right up the sideline. Good job by Dannenbrink. Found Hagee there. And then they tried to, first of all, strip it, which you want that, but you also need to make sure you make the tackle while you're trying to strip it. Then he gets stiff-armed, and then they're bouncing around playing playground ball and trying to dare him to get tackled. They finally had converged on it.
So just like that, one play, it's now 1st and goal for the Knights at the 8-yard line. They fake the handoff. There's the throw to the left side, caught by the receiver. He's going to cut back to his left, trying to get into the end zone there. That was number 23. So that's going to be Samuel Jacobson. He's going to come up short as they mark him or spot the football just inside the 3-yard line.
Again, another great play call. I thought they were going to give it right up the middle to Maverick Jones. They just do a little play action for Jones and dump it right out. They just have so many formations and so many things to defend, do the O'Gorman Knights.
Trips right, one receiver to the left. They'll hand it off to Jones once again. He'll take it right up the gut. And Maverick Jones scores for the 4th time tonight as he takes it in from 3 yards out.
Just pushing their way again. They can do the big plays. They can grind it out when they had to. Struggled a little bit, like we said, the last couple of weeks did the O'Gorman Knights. Obviously you're playing Jefferson, but they also struggled a little bit against Washington. But they're really looking good here tonight.
The extra point attempt is no good. So with 6:05 to go in the second quarter on the State Farm scoreboard, it's now the O'Gorman Knights 40 and Rapid City Central 7. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. You're listening to high school football on 106.7 FM, 1150 AM. Fox Sports Rapid City and also foxsportsrapidcity.com as well as gocobblerslive.com.
Would you buy your insurance from a cartoon character?
What's up, Doc?
Cartoons are good for a laugh, but when you're in an accident or you need your home covered and need help, it's no laughing matter. That's why you need a real person, like Lance at Van Zee Insurance Associates. It's not just simple insurance either. Lance has you covered with home, life, auto, and business. Van Z Insurance is your place to call. Stop by today or give Lance a call at 605-393-2399. Would you buy your insurance?
Welcome back to Anytime Auto Sales, Service and Detail Broadcast Booth, Sales, Service, and Recreation. With Dean Gurr, I'm Jerome Wickersham here at Dunham Field at O'Hara Stadium. It's a Class 11 AAA matchup tonight. The O'Gorman Knights leading Rapid City Central right now by a score of 40-7. Here's the kickoff after that touchdown by Maverick Jones. It'll be taken inside the 15. There's the handoff. Back the other way. Here come the Cobblers on the reverse. Now the 30 down the sideline, down the left sideline at the 40-yard line, cutting back and getting inside the 30. A fantastic run there by number 33 for the Cobblers.
Jackson Verminson, fantastic job. We saw it earlier on a previous return. They faked it, and Jace Johnson got quite a few yards out of that. This one, a great one. In fact, I was watching the O'Gorman Knights, and they were following Jace Johnson toward this near side. I'm like, what are they doing following him? Verminson's heading back the other side, had a great run and a great fake.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from inside the 30-yard line. There's a handoff to Soderlin. He's going to take it from the 29 to about the 26-yard line for a gain of 3. Or 27-yard line, so a gain of 2. So now 2nd and 8 coming up for the Cobblers. But while the second quarter, much better for the Cobblers. I mean, again, the score is obviously a lopsided score. But you just see the Cobblers, though, just doing so many things right now.
Right, and if they could just step up somehow defensively and do something, make a play here, a play there, something, and then grind the game out with what they got in their running game, but what a difference that would be.
They fake the handoff to Sawyer Saucerman. It's going to be Soderlin who takes it up the middle. He's going to get inside the 25-yard line, down to about the 23. So now we're looking at 3rd and short coming up for the Cobblers.
And I'll tell you what, this was exposed actually last week when Washington played, when Tyree Nave was able to run quite well. They didn't really power it through the middle like the Cobblers were doing, but he was able to have some effective running, bouncing it outside and finding good looks, and he was getting some yards on him.
Soderlin, he's going to be lined up in the shotgun. He's going to follow his blocker to the left side, tries to break it to the outside, but he's going to be wrapped up after a short gain, just shy of the 20-yard line, down to the 21. So now we're looking at 4th and short coming up for the Cobblers. Just 4th and 2 now from the 21-yard line.
Yeah, his blocker was in front of him and wasn't gaining any ground, so he thought, you know what, I got to get around him, so he tried to sneak around, and then you had 3 O'Gorman Knights right there ready to grab you. He did a good job of getting out of it, so to speak, but it was just not quite enough.
Just under 4 minutes to play here in the second quarter. 40-7 is your score. O'Gorman leading Rapid City Central. It is senior band night here at O'Hara Stadium. Under center now, this is going to be Soderlin. Long snap count. I think we're going to get a timeout. We do.
It's my favorite play of the game.
On 4th and 2, the Cobblers take their second timeout with 3:36 remaining. So while we have a moment, we're going to take a look at some scores. We're going to move to Class 11B, some big matchups tonight. Of course, Class 11B starts their playoffs next Thursday night. And right now in Class 11B, with 2 minutes left in the third, Woonsocket, Wessington Springs, Sanborn Central leading Rapid City Christian 8-6. A big game for the Comets and possibly a chance for an upset and move up in the standings.
Yeah, absolutely. When you're kind of figuring things out, you're looking at it, you're like, well, it looks like that the Comets, despite whatever the outcome of tonight is, are going to make the playoffs. But if they win this game, boy, do they move up and get a much better matchup, because you don't want to go East River. You don't want to play Winter or Elk Point Jefferson or Mount Vernon Plankington, who is giving Winter a good game tonight. That's probably another one you're going to give us here.
So right now, Elk Point Jefferson 21, Bridgewater Emory Ethan 6. That's late in the second quarter. At halftime, it's Winter 12 and Mount Vernon Plankington 8, which again, Winter has not lost in almost 30 games now, I think it is.
Yeah, just incredible. And Mount Vernon Plankington, we saw them, earlier in the season just looked really good against Christian, but.
So 4th and 2, the Cobblers will go for it. They'll go with a tight formation now. Ryan Wetch is back in, I formation. The ball is loose. There was some confusion there by Rapid City Central as Wetch looked around, and that's going to be a turnover on downs, not the play that the Cobblers wanted to run.
Boy, how unfortunate, because you put together a drive, you had a great kick return, you move the ball down the field, and you got a chance, you got 4th and short opportunity, you've showed some effectiveness, and then just a miscommunication, like you said. He wasn't even looking for the snap, and it hit him in the chest or wherever it hit him, and then all of a sudden, now it's on the ground.
And now it's going to be O'Gorman football with 3:29 to go before halftime. Dannenbring again hands the ball off to Jones. He cuts back to his right. He's at the 35 out to the 40-yard line, and he is going to be stopped at the 41-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 18 yards for Maverick Jones.
Yeah, this is a great night for the O'Gorman Knights to show that they can run the football when they need to. I know Coach Papinga was kind of worried about, of course, Papinga rather, was worried about a little bit about the defensive line for the Central Cobblers, but right now they're definitely having their way.
We're looking at 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line, going from right to left. There's the handoff. No, they fake the handoff. The ball is going to be caught there, and he breaks one tackle, still on his feet. That's number 34. That's Nate Ratzliff, who gets into Cobbler territory as they move the chains. Now 1st and 10, O'Gorman.
Just another great play call. They just ran a great run, so you give it to the same one again and then pull it out and find a guy sitting right in the middle of that zone with a reception. Again, continuing great play calling.
22-yard pickup on that reception. 1st and 10 inside the 40 for the Knights. They'll hand the ball off to Jones. Jones cuts back to his left. He's going to be wrapped up. Penalty marker comes flying in as Jones is wrapped up after a gain of 4 yards.
I think we're going to get a face mask there, kind of where it's coming at, is my guess.
Flag on the field.
We'll see if we can get Brad Tucker here on the microphone.
Face mask on the defense. It's a 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
And we heard Brad Tucker there, so face mask, like Dean said there, that's going to be a 15-yard penalty, and that'll move the ball into the red zone for O'Gorman.
That's one that a coach can swallow. Obviously, you don't want that. That's a harsh penalty. I understand safety-wise, but you're just trying to make a play, here or there. You get your hand where it wasn't supposed to be, and that's unfortunate, but that's something a coach can handle.
Dannenbring from the shotgun now. Looks to his right. He's going to throw on an out route there. It's going to be intercepted by the Cobblers. The Cobblers and number 3.
Is that 3 or 2?
I believe
you're
number
right.
3.
Braden Mount.
Braden Mount steps in and gets the interception, the first takeaway of the night for the Rapid City Central Cobblers.
Yeah, a great job again. The play took a little longer to set up. It was a deep out route, and Dannenbring fires it in there, but Mount was not very far off, read the play well, undercut it, and boy, he was really close to a pick six.
So the Cobblers will have the football as the defense steps up. They get the interception. They'll be 1st and 10 from their own 10-yard line, going from left to right. Again, Wetch is out of the ball game. It's Soderlin who will take the direct snap, has his blocker, finds a hole there on the left side of the line. He's going to get some yards as he keeps his feet moving. He was pushed by most of his teammates there, I think.
Well, he definitely started it. You saw a couple of the O'Gorman Knights grab him, and you thought maybe he was going to get stopped. And then all of a sudden, everybody jumps in and said, hey, it's time for a pushing parade. And boy, they just gave him a shove.
Zach Soderlin there takes it 10 yards to move the chains. In fact, 11 yards out to the 21-yard line. Again, we're down to 1:40. The clock is running here as the Knights lead the Cobblers 40-7. Again, Soderlin from the shotgun. There's the snap. He hands it off to Sawyer Saucerman. Saucerman is going to be pushed backwards there. He did get some forward progress, out to the 22-yard line, so a gain of 1. We're looking at 2nd and 8 coming up now.
But,
a gain of 2, rather.
You've kind of seen that, before where, they get a little here, a little there. But you know what? They're doing such a good job here, definitely in this second quarter, at how they are just working the middle of that line that they're just going to keep it up.
Just under a minute now. It's going to be Soderlund. Breaks it to the outside. Now cuts back to his left. The ball is on the ground. It is loose. It's scooped up by the Knights, and they're going to take it in for the touchdown. And that's number 12, Henry Theobald.
Well, and that is one aspect of it. The other one is the fact that number 5 for Central, Zach Soderlund, was down. He kind of grabbed his knee. He limped off of the field under his own power, but you didn't want to see that. I thought he had an opportunity to run around. Instead, he tried to cut back in the middle. That's something you just don't want to do. You try to teach young kids that. Obviously, this is high school level, but at the younger kid level, the kids, for some reason, they see players just make plays, at higher levels, running all around like playground ball, and that's just not the best way to do it. Get your speed, use your power, use what you got, get upfield, get what you can, let them make a roll tackle or something like that on you. You cut back, you got guys pursuing you who are going to stick their shoulder and their helmet right in on you, and you just get crunched.
So Henry Theobald, he scoops up the fumble, takes it 12 yards for the score, and the Knights lead now on the State Farm scoreboard, 47-7 over Rapid City Central with just 45 seconds remaining. Even after that last play, Soderlund, he got up slow, and that was just a tough shot there on Zach Soderlund.
Yeah, it was. Like you said, he had three Knights right there, and he just needed to stick his shoulder down and keep trucking and let him make a play on you. Instead, he turned right back. That's like a shark is chasing you. You're swimming in the water, and you decide to stop and turn back because you might cut around him. Nope, that is not going to happen.
Again, these two teams met last year on October 1st, and it was O'Gorman with the win last year. 61-3 was the final last year. That game being played in Sioux Falls. There's the kickoff, end over end. It's going to be taken at about the 11-yard line by Jace Johnson. He'll head down that left sideline, and Johnson out to the 30 to the 35-yard line is where he will be tackled. Actually, forward progress to about the 36-yard line.
I'll tell you what's gone well for the Cobblers tonight. We talked about the running game a little bit and the success they've had there. How about their kick return game? 4 times now they've had over 10-yard returns, even up to 15-yard returns. And, of course, the one big one they had along the sideline there the previous time.
So the Cobblers with 35 seconds remaining, 1st and 10 from their own 36. Soderlund hands the ball off to Saucerman. Saucerman through finds a hole on that left side of the line. He's going to take it for a gain of, looks like 2 yards to the 38-yard line. So now 2nd and 8 coming up for the Cobblers. Then they may not even run a play. It looks like they're going to let the clock wind down here. It's down to 12 seconds, and with the play clock at 20, they do not need to run another play.
Yeah, just take a chance. You can kind of organize your play here. It's not going to change the outcome of the game if you get this snap before, or rather on this side of the expiration of the clock. So get the play you want, talk about it for a minute, and then take her into half and come out and ready to fight for another one.
And that is the end of the first half here at Dunham Field at O'Hara Stadium. On the State Farm scoreboard, insured by agents Scott Carlson and Matt McCormick, it's halftime, and it is O'Gorman 47 and Rapid City Central 7 is your score here at the break. We're going to be returning in 2 minutes. When we come back, it's the halftime show right here on 106.7 FM, 1150 AM. Fox Sports Rapid City and online at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
Cartoon character?
When you ask for Black Hills Surgical Hospital, you ask for someone who believes in hospitality. You ask for someone who treats everyone like a VIP and believes the absolute best shouldn't cost more and makes you feel comfortable. even when you are vulnerable. You ask for someone who cares about the little things as much as the big things. You ask for someone who treats you like you are loved, because you are. Black Hills Surgical Hospital. Ask for us by name. When you ask,
We all want to be happy, but sometimes that doesn't feel possible. But if you have hope, you have everything. Rising Hope Counseling provides high-quality mental health services with locations across South Dakota. Additionally, by providing telehealth, we ensure South Dakota's rural residents have access to high-quality mental health services. Our team lives and works in your communities, and we understand the unique challenges we face. Schedule an appointment by phone or online today. Rising Hope Counseling, offering hope, healing, and change. We all want to be
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today. Your first
Alternative Fuel Coffee House, located in downtown Rapid City, has been a staple since 2006, offering an espresso bar, smoothie bar, and more. If food is what you're looking for, check out their menu. Using local ingredients for their drinks and recipes is their way of showing how important shopping local is. Come in and visit them during skating and patio season for the best coffee experience in town. Who's filling up your cup? Alternative Fuel Coffee House.
Need tires? Denny Menholt Rushmore Honda will beat anyone's price on tires. Plus, give you 2-year road hazard coverage at no extra charge. And for a limited time, get up to $100 rebates on sets of 4 tires. Our experts help you get the right tires for your vehicle, and we meet or beat any price. Give you 2 years of road hazard coverage and up to a $100 rebate. That's how we roll. See us at Denny Menholt Rushmore Honda or justhowweroll.com. Need time?
Hi, this is Nate Brown reminding you to join the Nate Brown Show live weekdays from 4 to 6 p.m. It's Rapid City Sports Talk Show and Rapid City's only call-in radio show with big-name guests from across the country to the local sports coverage you just can't get anywhere else. Join the conversation every weekday for thought-provoking sports talk. This is your show. Don't miss the Nate Brown Show from 4 to 6 p.m. on 106.7 FM and 1150 a.m. and stream us all the time at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch the TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. I'm State Farm agent Scott Carlson right here in Rapid City, and I can switch you over and you can start saving today. Me and my team are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. It's easy to switch and save. Just call me, State Farm agent Scott Carlson. Want the real deal? Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
At Monument Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we are here to help you make your comeback. Our team is standing by to diagnose and treat your injury with some of the most advanced treatment options available and same-day appointments. Monument Health practitioners work closely with our therapists and physicians in communities throughout the Black Hills, with locations in Rapid City and Spearfish. Visit monument.health/orthopedics for more information. That's monument.health/orthopedics for more information.
My kid wrecked his car, his third car. The kid needs a car. We need the kid to have a car. What did I do? I begged my insurance agent for mercy. That's another story. Then I went to Cobblers Motors in Rapid City and found a safe, reliable car.
Cobblers Motors is a small, trusted dealership specializing in safe, quality pre-owned vehicles. No pressure, no hassle. Each vehicle is inspected, serviced, and detailed with a warranty like no other. Cobblers Motors, corner of Campbell and Omaha.
Looking for a great used truck or SUV? Denny Menholt Toyota has them. Shop a great selection of half-ton trucks and SUVs, imports and domestics, brands like Ford, GMC, Subaru, Nissan, Jeep, and more. Plus, the area's best selection of used Toyotas, Toyota Certified Pre-Owned. Buy with no money down, get financing on the spot with qualified credit. If we don't have exactly what you're looking for, we'll find it for you in our network of dealerships. See us at Denny Menholt Toyota or DennyMenholtToyota.com. Looking for a great...
Advertising can be a struggle. where to spend your money, are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here is your spot with Live Ticket TV. With over 65 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you find the right market. Plus, you can work with Colton, who's right here in the area. And a portion of all sales made go right back to the school. Get a hold of Colton today, and let's get started in helping build your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
Where can you get good neighbor service and surprisingly great insurance rates? At State Farm. I'm State Farm agent Matt McCormick, and I'm your one-stop shop in Rapid City for the service you deserve at the price you want. So stop looking around. State Farm agent Matt McCormick, I'm ready to help. Call 348-0464 for surprisingly great rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Star Spangled Batter on Jackson Boulevard in Rapid City, South Dakota. Famous for their delicious cakes, cupcakes, and other tasty baked goods. But did you know they're the only bakery in town to offer free consultations? Not to mention free samples when planning your big or small wedding. They also take special orders for that special party for that special someone. Check out their daily specials on Facebook or call ahead to grab some goodies for the office on your way to work. Star Spangled Batter is a proud sponsor of Rapid City sports and activities on liveticket.tv.
at O'Hara Stadium to the halftime show right here on Fox Sports Rapid City. Of course, we welcome you back to the Anytime Auto Sales, Service, and Detail Broadcast booth. With Dean Gurr, I'm Jerome Wickersham. Here at halftime, it is O'Gorman 47 and Rapid City Central 7 on the State Farm scoreboard. Speaking of scoreboard, let's take a look at other scores taking place. Of course, a full action or full week of high school football tonight. As we get to our scoreboard here, we'll start in Class 11 AAA. The final tonight, Sioux Falls Lincoln, who we saw earlier in a overtime thriller against Rapid City Stevens. Sioux Falls Lincoln defeats Sioux Falls Washington 38-7 tonight. Also, Harrisburg over Brookings 41-7 is a final. Later on tonight, Brandon Valley and Sioux Falls Jefferson. And then, of course, tomorrow, Sioux Falls Roosevelt and Rapid City Stevens, the only Class 11 AAA game tomorrow night, but a pivotal game as both of those teams are 2-5, and they're working to get a higher seed.
Yeah, definitely. And like you said, the winner of that game likely will get the higher seed as you go down the line. And so, obviously, Stevens is looking to get that win in order to be able to play, because you don't want to play Jefferson. They don't want to lose that one and then come in and that would potentially, even if they win the Cobbler game next week, that might put them at number 8 seed. That means they got to travel to Sioux Falls to play Jefferson, which they don't want to do.
Yep, even playing Harrisburg. I mean, that's a rematch from last year.
Yep.
Those top two teams in Class 11 AAA, Jefferson and Harrisburg, just two very talented teams.
Yeah, I think they definitely want this game right here. Not that this is going to be an easy game, and obviously the Knights took care of the Raiders pretty handily when they played them in the regular season, but just watching the film over the last few weeks, I think the Raiders can match up much better against this O'Gorman Knight team. So definitely the pressure is on them to win that game tomorrow.
Absolutely. In Class 11 AA tonight, of course, the battle of the unbeatens between 7-0 Pierre and 7-0 T Area at halftime. It's Pierre 21, T Area 17 is your score. Also at halftime, Watertown 13, Spearfish nothing. Moving down the list here, it is Sturgis Brown 7 and Douglas nothing, and that's 8 minutes left in the first. In Class 11A tonight, at halftime, Lee Deadwood leads Lakota Tech 19-18.
Wow.
Also at halftime, Sioux Falls Christian 48, Belfouche nothing. And with 1 minute left in the second, it's top-ranked Del Rapids 21 and St. Thomas More 7. Of course, the Cavaliers coming in, I think they're sitting right around number 10 in that top 16 for Class 11B.
Yeah, they're definitely, right in there and looking for an opportunity with 8. Yep, they're number 10 coming into tonight. Of course, if they get this win, it would be a huge win. They would be able to jump up to potentially host, depending on all what happens, if my figures come out, potentially host that 8 seed game coming in. So it could be Bridgewater they could host should they win that game. Otherwise, they're going to travel to a Hot Springs, a Woonsocket, a McCook Central type of matchup.
Yep. Also tonight, with 1 minute left in the fourth quarter, Dean, and you can make sure I'm correct on this. I know you're watching it. Woonsocket, Wessington Springs, Sanborn Central 14, and Rapid City Christian 6.
Yeah, it's a minute 30. Woonsocket has the ball. It's like looks like 3rd and 1 right here. They get this first down. That's pretty much going to ice the game for Woonsocket as they called the timeout to try to line up to do that. And the handoff, and they hit him right at the line of scrimmage. We're going to see the crowd cheering, so I'll give you an update here in just a second.
Just one other score before we jump back into the second half here at O'Hara Stadium. It's number 1 Winner 20 and number 3 Mount Vernon Plankington 8, and that's 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Of course, be sure to stay tuned tonight after our broadcast. It's going to be an extended version of Score Central tonight with Matt Kearney. In fact, it's going to be a playoff edition of Score Central tonight. So make sure you Stay tuned for that after our broadcast, as he's going to get you up to date on all the scores plus the pairings in Class 11B and the 9-man schools.
Yeah, and who knows what's going to happen. Minute 32 left. The Comets stop them on 4th and inches and now have a chance to go. They're just down by 1 score, so we'll keep you updated.
We will definitely do that. We are getting set now. O'Gorman will be kicking off. Here's a line drive kicked. It's going to be taken by, I don't think that's Johnson. It's number 33. Trying to go from left to right or go across the field there.
That's Verminson who got that return last time, the big-time return.
So, that would be Jackson Verminson, the 5'10", 165-pound junior, the future of the Cobblers. So they'll spot the ball at the 29-yard line, and the Cobblers will take over. Of course, due to the mercy rule, the clock will continue to run now in the second half, due to the Knights being up by 35 or more points.
Again, nice job with Soderlund that time. He just kind of escorts his way right through the middle of that defense. There's so many people there, but it looks like a nice little hole for him. He picks up a solid 5 yards.
Takes it from the 29 out to the 34-yard line. We're looking at 2nd and 5 now with the ball on the right side hash marks as the Cobblers go from right to left or east to west here at O'Hara Stadium. Again, this game coming your way on Fox Sports Rapid City, as well as GoCobblersLive.com. Here's Soderlund from the shotgun, hands it off to Sosserman. Sosserman trying to find his seam there on the right side. He's going to take it out to about the 37-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 3 yards. Now we have a manageable 3rd down coming up for the Cobblers.
Very much, and again, with the way they've ran the ball, and even if, I'll tell you what, even if, maybe they only get, 2 yards on this and, have an opportunity to go for 4th down, they're going to go for it.
So 3rd and 2 coming up for the Cobblers. Here's Soderlund from the shotgun once again. He's going to follow his blocker to the left side of the line, keeps his feet moving, and he's right at the 1st down marker. They're going to spot him at about the 39.
Yeah, I think he's going to be short by about a half a yard.
And Brad Tucker's saying move the chains.
Oh, he is.
So
Eagle Eye Brad.
Yeah, they do get enough there as they'll spot the ball with the nose of the football at the 39-yard line.
And the Comets just had a huge gain down to the goal line, but it got called back by a penalty.
So here's Soderlund out of the shotgun. Once again, he'll follow his blocker to the right side of the line. Takes it out past the 40-yard line to about the 43-yard line. That's going to be another gain of 4 yards. And, Dean, of course, you know what you said they're going to do. They're just going to keep chipping away at that 4, 5, 6 yards at a time and see if they can just keep the ball out of the hands of the Knights.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for that pass. Mm-hmm. This just really sets up an opportunity for someone to sneak out. It's probably going to be is it 47 for the Cobblers?
Jackson Fairchild.
Yeah, Jackson Fairchild. He's going to sneak out somewhere, somehow, right as a tight end, as they're focused on that running game.
2nd and 6. It's going to be Soderlund again. Gets through the hole. He's at the midfield, and he's going to be stopped just shy of the 45-yard line of the Knights. In fact, they will mark the football at the 47-yard line.
Boy, he's just loving the right side of that line. Ty Black Elk Volkman and Ben Papke just opening the holes for him. Of course, he's got an end on that side. They're just pushing and pushing and pushing.
So in Knights territory now, down to the 47-yard line. First and 10, Soderlund from the shotgun. Sosserman lined up to his right. He'll hand it off to Sosserman. This time he goes up the gut. He's going to be stopped inside the 45, down to the 44-yard line. A gain of 3. That makes it 2nd and 7 now for the Cobblers in O'Gorman territory.
You know, I think this drive, or rather this game for the Cobblers, might be sponsored by some sort of dental company because they are just chewing and chewing and chewing.
7:39 to go. Again, the clock will continue to run in this second half due to the mercy rule. It's a 40-point lead for Sioux Falls O'Gorman right now. There's the snap, direct snap to Soderlund.
Nice
He's
play.
ankle tackled as he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he loses about a half a yard.
Yeah, that was Nate Ratzloff came in. He looked like he had a lot of running room there on that right side, but Ratzloff got off his block really well, grabbed him by the ankles and brought him down. I see the Knights I thought maybe they might make a different adjustment. Bring 8 guys in the box, which they kind of do, but they're still holding back on the 2 safeties, and they're kind of toying with a blitz, but each time they just kind of drop back instead of getting people up in the box. They got one-on-one coverage on the outside, but their safeties are still there to help just in case they pass the ball.
Out of the shotgun now, Soderlund takes the snap, cuts back to his right. He's going to be stacked up after a gain of 2 yards down to the 42-yard line. So now 4th down coming up for Rapid City Central, 6 minutes and 34 seconds remaining here in the third quarter.
And again, here's where we're going to see probably a pass situation. It's 4th and 5.
4th and 5.
You know, they've been running so effectively. It's a little risky. You're inside the 50, but you might want to see if you can kind of sneak somebody right out of the backfield and try to catch a linebacker, try to cheating in on that run.
They need to get to the 37-yard line for a first down. And I think the Knights are going to take a timeout.
Yeah, they want to make sure the Cobblers.
So the Cobblers take the timeout.
Yeah, of course, a big play coming up here. Again, you got 4th and 5. What are you going to drop? Are you going to draw that running back or that tight end kind of running down a seam and see if you can just catch it and just drop the ball over the head? Hopefully he gets a step on the defender. Those are the types of plays that you see kind of sneaking in here when you got a 4th and you need a big play.
So the Cobblers call timeout. 4th and 5 coming up from the Knights' 42-yard line. Dean, do you have an update on the Rapid City Christian Woonsocket game?
14-6, 27 seconds left.
Wow.
Yeah, a timeout here. The Comets still have the ball. I can't see what down it is, but they are in Woonsocket territory. I don't even know who the mascot is for Woonsocket. You probably do. But anyway, yeah, they're in their territory. They're somewhere around the 40-ish yard line here.
I know, before they consolidated, I think they did change their mascot.
Yeah,
so
it looks like it's a hawk or something like that, but I think
I'm not
threw
sure
an interception. I think the quarterback was under pressure and lobbed it up in the air, and I think Woonsocket just intercepted the pass on the far sideline and waiting for the official movement of the chains.
And Matt Kearney comes through. It's the Blackhawks.
I was wondering just how it looked.
There's a pass. Jace Johnson makes the catch inside the 30-yard line. Jace Johnson gives the Cobblers a first down all the way down to the 25.
And how about that? Just, again, the Gorman Knights went with man coverage, lined up on him. You just run a post route, make sure the guy gets on the backside of you. You make a nice toss, and he kind of had to climb the ladder a little bit and bring it down, but a nice big first down for the Cobblers, and they have chewed up this whole entire quarter so far.
They have. The Knights have not had the football yet in this third quarter. 1st and 10 Cobblers. Breaking to the outside, that's number 47, so that's Jackson Fairchild, the 6'1", 205-pound senior. That's a gain of 1 down to the 24-yard line of the Knights.
And it was an interception by the Blackhawks. Thank you, Matt, on that. So the Comets, unfortunately, will follow tonight. But like I said, looking at the matchups of all that's going to happen tonight, I think the Comets will make the playoffs.
And the Comets will drop to 4-4.
Yes.
So there's Saucerman now on the handoff. He'll take it right up the gut. Takes it from the 24 down to the 22 for a short gain. That'll bring up 3rd and 6 coming up. And I believe with that win now, too, Woonsocket, they finished the regular season 6 wins and 2 losses. So very good team there.
Yes, very much so. And they're gonna host a first round playoff game. Could be St. Thomas More. Could be they could play. There's about 3 teams kind of right in that area that St. Thomas More will play, assuming they don't win tonight.
And those first round, the playoffs is next Thursday night is when they take place. So there's a handoff by the Cobblers. That is going to be Zach Soderlund once again. Takes the ball down inside the 20 to the 16-yard line. Now we're 4th and 1 coming up for Rapid City Central with 4 minutes left here in the third quarter. So the Cobblers have had the ball for 8 minutes now. Over 8 minutes.
Yeah, and even with the mercy rule, the Cobblers have just had it. So the clock would have pretty much ran the whole time anyway.
Mm-hmm. 4th and 1, they need to get to the 15. Soderlund again from the shotgun, takes the snap, follows his blocker to the left side. He pushes forward, and I think they give him forward progress
I think so
inside the 15.
Yep, looks like he got inside the 15, but boy, did he run into a brick wall.
He did.
He hit there, and he stopped dead cold, but good job. That's what you want out of a running back, a guy that's just willing to dive into that pile and make it happen.
Zach Soderlund has done, since about the second quarter on, has done just an outstanding job for the Cobblers in running this offense. The 5'9", 175-pound junior, of course, back next year for Rapid City Central.
Yeah, I mean, we might have to change their name from the Cobblers to the Wildcats or something.
They might. Soderlund will go from that shotgun snap once again, a receiver to each side.
Option.
Then he'll hand it off to Saucerman.
Not what you want.
Not a clean handoff there.
It's not a handoff. When you're going to run, you got to do that.
Handoff,
you have to pitch it when you're going to run the option there. A decent play design, but the Knights sniffed it out really quick.
Mm-hmm.
The idea is you need space between you, the pitch guy, and the guy you're going to pitch it to. So
and he basically just handed it to him.
Yeah, he basically just handed it. Well, they were running out of real estate really quick as they were right around that 20-yard line. And they were lucky to, only lose 2.
So the ball back at the 16-yard line. So we're looking at 2nd and 11 coming up. And now the ball is tipped up by Soderlund. He's able to hold on to the football, but he's going to be stopped for a loss of back to the 20-yard line. That's going to be a 4-yard loss.
Boy, again, you just don't want those types of mistakes that you gotta fight over, and you got all this momentum. You just basically just drove the ball down the field with the Knights hanging all over you, and then you get 2 back-to-back plays for negative yards.
Now we're looking at 3rd and 20. I'm sorry, 3rd and 15 coming up from the 20-yard line. They're going to throw it. That's Fairchild. He'll throw it up for Johnson. And Johnson, who had a chance there, but it was broken up by the Knights.
Yeah, a great timing play, the throw, but unfortunately he had to come back to the ball. That allowed the defender to get right in there. Did a great job. What you're supposed to do is play the hands, and so he played the hands and knocked the ball away right at that last second.
That was Jackson Fairchild who attempted that pass there to Jace Johnson. Now we're looking at 4th and 15 coming up for the Cobblers. They bring out, looks like Jackson Verminson. He's going to attempt a 38-yard field goal attempt. There's the snap, the hold, the kick. And this one is no good. It's wide left there by Jackson Verminson.
Not bad. Didn't have a lot of height, but it definitely had the distance.
Had the distance, but just wide left there. So the Cobblers, they chew up almost the entire third quarter, except for 33 seconds, but they come up empty there after that missed field goal.
Yeah, which is, that's something you're going to take away from it. Hey, fantastic job, but we just can't have the mistakes that we needed to at the right time. One mistake just all of a sudden turns around. It turns around your play calls. It turns around your morale. Just all that just goes downhill so quickly.
Now we're going to see some new players in there now for O'Gorman. A new quarterback there.
I think Hayden Gross.
He's going to hand the ball off. That's going to be number 16, Sullivan Schlimgen.
Was it 30? Was it 30?
Or was it 36?
Yeah, 36. Yep, 36.
So 36, Joshua Wolfel. And that's going to do it for the end of the third quarter. A very fast third quarter on the State Farm scoreboard, insured by agent Scott Carlson and Matt McCormick. After 3 quarters, it's the Knights of O'Gorman High School 47 and Rapid City Central 7. We'll return in 30 seconds with fourth quarter action right here on 106.7 FM, 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City.
It's used truck month at Denny Menholt Rapid Chevrolet. Choose from over 360 used trucks and SUVs, many late model local trades, Fords, GMCs, Rams, imports, and more. Half tons, 3/4 tons, and heavy duty trucks. Plus the area's best selection of used and certified pre-owned Chevys. Financing available on the spot with no money down to qualified buyers. The Black Hills best selection of used trucks and SUVs is all on sale right now at one location at Denny Menholt Rapid Chevrolet or DennyMenholtRapidChevrolet.com. It's used truck month.
And welcome back to the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth, Sales, Service, and Recreation. With Dean Gurr, I'm Jerome Wickersham on Fox Sports Rapid City. Of course, we want to thank those of you watching on GoCobblersLive.com. So it's going to be Knights football on second and short. They're going to get the first down on that pass to the outside there to number 36. Again, Joshua Wolfel, if I'm saying that correctly.
I think so.
That's going to move the chains. Again, the clock will continue to run due to the mercy rule. The Cobblers chewed up almost 11 and a half minutes of that third quarter.
First and 10 for the Knights from their own 36.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for O'Gorman from their own 36-yard line. That's going to be Hayden Gross out of the shotgun. He hands the ball off to Wolfel, and Wolfel is going to be spun to the ground at about the 40-yard line, or the 39-yard line, rather.
Stop made by Brody Neal.
They'll spot the football
Gain of 3.
right at the 39-yard line, so that's going to be a gain of 3. So 2nd and 7 now for O'Gorman. Again, just a reminder at the end of our broadcast tonight, of course, the Pioneer Bank and Trust post-game show, plus an extended edition tonight of Score Central with Matt Kearney. All coming up later tonight on Fox Sports Rapid City. 2nd and 7. There's a pass, though, but it's thrown a little too high for the intended receiver on this near side, Dawson Bauer.
And Dawson Bauer, if you follow AAA football the last few years, Canyon Bauer had his name in the record books and moved on to play, I believe it's next level, and I don't know exactly where, but somewhere here in South Dakota, playing some college ball at a couple of D1 schools. I don't know which one, but yeah, he's got his name all over that. Great athlete. That is his younger brother.
Trips right, one receiver to the left. Again, Hayden Gross from the shotgun. There's the pass. It's going to be caught out of the by the slot receiver there. Making the catch is number 33, Dylan Majerus, a 6'1", 185-pound junior.
You know, and you see this again at the next level. We're going to see a whole line change here for the O'Gorman Knights. 4th down, and they're going to punt the ball away.
Yep, 4th and 1.
But you see this with the Knights, again, up and down the roster, how they set up their offense. Short, precise passes. He doesn't just drop back and just survey the defense. He knows where he's going right away.
There's the punt, and the ball is loose. It was Jackson Verminson who tried to field it, and instead he mishandles or muffs the punt, and it's going to be recovered by the O'Gorman Knights.
So just as the mistakes continue to mount for, obviously the game well out of hand right now, but you just want to see good, smart decisions. I don't care what the score is right now. You want to see guys be able to make plays and play smart. And he had 2 white jerseys right in his face already. He tried to make that catch. When you got to wave that off, you got to fair catch that.
So Jackson Verminson with the fumble there. It's recovered. That's the 5th turnover of the ball game for Rapid City Central. There's a little screen pass to this near side. It's going to be caught by the receiver. A penalty marker comes from the back or from the secondary.
I thought that was a great job that time by Malachi Herbaugh. He was getting blocked by the receivers, fought the block, and I think he was the one who got held. He is able to get off that hold and make the tackle. So you want to see that with your defenders. Can they shed the block that's coming at them to make the play? Instead of just getting blocked, getting your center of gravity knocked over, or getting pancaked, or whatever it may be. Can you hold that ground and shed the block and make a tackle? And he did a good job that time.
There's a pass on an out route there, caught by number 11, Pierce Gamarco. After that penalty, they're going to put the football at the 38-yard line is where the catch was made. So now 2nd and 15 coming up. Just a 5-yard pickup that time. 2nd and 15 for the Knights. 7:34 remaining in this contest.
2nd and 15 for the Knights from the 38-yard line.
Again at quarterback now, Hayden Gross, as Bennett Dannenbrang is done for the night.
Yeah, they need to. They got his game in here. They did a great job, great first half. They need to really keep him healthy and ready for that game next week. Big matchup against Harrisburg.
Ball caught on this near side by number 31, Caleb Terveen, a sophomore wide receiver. And he's back to the original line of scrimmage now at the 33-yard line. So now 3rd and 10 coming up for the Knights. Ball on this left side, hash mark.
Winners finally woke up against Mount Vernon Plankington. We knew that the score was close early, but now with 4 minutes left to go in the fourth, 34-8, the Warriors are all over Mount Vernon Plankington.
Trips right, one receiver left. Gross again from the shotgun. There's the snap. Looks down the middle of the field. He's going to throw it down the middle, has a receiver, and it's incomplete. Had the receiver wide open, number 33, Dylan Majerus. But again, he leads him just a little too far, and he cannot haul it in, just off his fingertips.
I disagree. He dropped it right where he needed to.
Yeah?
That was so catchable for him. He just didn't get his hands out there to catch it. Like you said, if it's off your fingertips, you touch it.
Yeah.
You couldn't have put a better touch on that one.
That's true. That's true.
He had a step behind the defender and just could not haul it in.
So incomplete pass to Majerus. So 4th down coming up, 4th and 10 from the Cobbler 33. Hayden Gross again from the shotgun, trips right, one receiver to the left. And we're going to have a delay of game against the Knights.
That's very odd. They're usually really good about getting plays in and out of the huddle and getting to the line and making their plays, but
so that will back the ball up to the 38-yard line. We're looking at 4th and 15 now.
Yeah, and they're going to throw the ball here, so opportunity for the Cobblers. Come up with something.
4th and 15 for the Knights.
Knights come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll go trips right, one receiver to the left. Once again, Hayden Gross will go from the shotgun. There's the snap to Gross. He drops back now. Surveys the field, rolls out to his right, being chased by the Cobblers. He's going to throw back to the middle of the field. It's caught by the receiver, and he's going to be wrapped up inside the 25-yard line.
First down.
And that looks, is it a first down?
It looks like it is. Did a great job by Gross rolling out of the pocket. He did what you teach quarterbacks to do. Keep your eyes downfield. You got guys bearing down on you from behind. Trust your offensive line. Keep your eyes downfield. That's kind of watching the line of scrimmage. He did a great job. He pulled up right at the line of scrimmage. For a defender to hold on to somebody for that long, to cover them for that long, is so hard to do. And he did a great job, found somebody right in the middle of the field.
I think that was Austin Terveen who made the catch. And that's going to be enough, a 15-yard gain. They had to take a look at it, but they're going to move the chains now. 1st and 10 for the Knights as we approach the 4-minute mark. They'll throw back to this near side, caught by the receiver. He's going to be wrapped up and thrown out of bounds at about the 16-yard line. That's number 26, Dawson Bauer again.
Future of the O'Gorman Knights. Another score check. The big game, T area Pier TF Riggs. 24-21. T is leading Pier. 7 minutes left to go in the third.
Of course, Pier's won 6 straight title games, and they defeated T area last year in a classic matchup there at the Dome. 2nd and short now. They'll hand the ball off. This is going to go to Wolfel. He finds a hole there, and he's headed for the end zone, and he finds pay dirt from 16 yards out. Number 36, Joshua Wolfer, gets the touchdown for the Knights.
A great job of sealing that time for the O'Gorman Knights. I saw Pierce Gamarco called his name earlier. He did a great job of sealing inside. They had three hats of the Cobblers, and the white team won that battle.
Here comes the extra point attempt with 3:10 remaining in the fourth quarter. There's the snap, the hold.
And no good.
And no good. The kick was blocked. It was a low kick there. So with 3:10 remaining in the fourth quarter, on the State Farm scoreboard, it's the O'Gorman Knights 53, Rapid City Central 7. We'll return in 30 seconds right here on 106.7 FM, 1150 AM. Fox Sports Rapid City and online at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
Have you been in a fender bender recently? Maybe have some hail damage on your vehicle? New Miller Truck and Auto Body specializes in body repairs for cars, pickups, and semis. Located at 3030 East Highway 44 in Rapid City, New Miller Truck and Auto Body is open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. Let their experts undo the damage you did. Call 605-342-0537. You've tried the rest, now try the best. New Miller Truck and Auto Body in Rapid City.
Would you buy your...
And welcome back to the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth, sales, service, and recreation. There's the kickoff by O'Gorman. Again, Cobblers return it out to about the 34-yard line, 34 or 35-yard line.
So score you're going to care about. I knew this was a pivotal game for both of these teams are trying to make the playoffs. Mobridge Pollock, 16, Groton area 12.
Oh, wow.
5 minutes to go in the third quarter. So that's a huge one when we're looking at those two teams trying to make it. And unless we get something really wild, the winner of that game could possibly sneak in. The loser is done.
1st and 10 for the Cobblers. Again, they trail 53-7 to the O'Gorman Knights. Now we have a Cobbler who's down after that carry. He's getting up slowly. That's number 82, I think. Number 82 is going to exit, it looks like. That's Barack Corrigan. So 2nd and 5 from the 40-yard line coming up for Rapid City Central. Just under 2 minutes to play in this ball game.
Tri-Valley over Wagner, and that will put Tri-Valley in the playoffs.
There's the snap. Back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe about a half a yard gain that time by number 13. For the Cobblers.
And another big game, we talked about this before, Elk Point Jefferson, we feel is probably the second best team, at least, in 11B, 21-6 over Bridgewater, Emory, Ethan. And Bridgewater's going to probably have to travel. Something odd for them in the playoffs, travel first round. That would be very odd for them.
Down to 1:05 now. There's the handoff. It goes to number 24, Cadence Skyberg. A 5'6", 125-pound senior running back. And he's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage.
And Lead is actually trying to make the playoffs. If they win, they're very favorable to make the playoffs as well.
They're playing Lakota Tech.
Little logjam down there. They're only leading Lakota Tech 19-18.
Wow.
And they're at home. So a huge. If they lose, that's going to open the door for a couple of other teams or another team to sneak in.
Gold Diggers trying to even their record at 4-4 on the season.
Yeah, they could unfortunately be that number 16 seed, would have to go play Winter. But Winter and Ron Collier are going to be right close to that number 1 spot, depending on some PowerPoint issues there. So interested to see how that all plays out. Of course, Matt Kearney's probably feverishly, he's probably not even paying attention to us right now. He's so feverishly looking at things, trying to organize the playoff brackets. Of course, they will be put out tonight after they get all the scores in. and of course the state working on all of that. So if you want to stay up late and find out what's going to go on in 11B and 9-man, stay up late, tune to the South Dakota High School Activities Association website, and they will have your playoffs, or stay tuned to Matt Kearney and Score Central, and he will give you his rendition of the playoff scenarios.
Yep, he'll have that coming up in an extended version of the playoff edition of Score Central.
Yeah, for St. Thomas More, they will likely, I think they will likely play the winner of the Dual Redfield game, and that's very close. 6 minutes to go in the fourth, and Dual leads Redfield 18-7.
On fourth down, trying to break it to the outside. That was number 7 on that carry that time. That was Dustin Beckwith.
You know, and here's a teachable moment for someone like that. He instantly started going sideways, and then he kept going sideways, thinking that some opportunity to make a play is going to go open. You need to use your angle. Get an angle close to the line of scrimmage as you're running while you're trying to negotiate where your blocking is going to be. Because when you get to that spot where you just have to stick your head down, you're going to have to stick it down. Otherwise, you gained 1 yard from where you originally got the ball.
And that's going to do it. The clock will just run out there. That's going to be your final here at O'Hara Stadium on Week 9 of the South Dakota High School football season. On the State Farm scoreboard, insured by agents Scott Carlson and Matt McCormick, the final score, the O'Gorman Knights 53, the Rapid City Central Cobblers 7. That's your final here in Rapid City. We are going to take a break. We will return in 2 minutes. It's the Pioneer Bank and Trust post-game show coming up next when we return right here on 106.7 FM, 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City, and online at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Tires? Denny Menholt Rushmore Honda will beat anyone's price on tires. Plus, give you 2-year road hazard coverage at no extra charge. And for a limited time, get up to $100 rebates on sets of 4 tires. Our experts help you get the right tires for your vehicle, and we meet or beat any price. Give you 2 years of road hazard coverage and up to a $100 rebate. That's how we roll. See us at Denny Menholt Rushmore Honda or justhowweroll.com.
Family is the fabric of who we are. The generations that came before us and the ones that will carry on after. At Monument Health, we're dedicated to these communities because they're our communities. We're committed to building the healthcare system of tomorrow with medical knowledge and expertise you can trust, close to home. Here to care, here to connect, here for you, today and tomorrow. Monument Health.
It's used truck month at Denny Menholt Rapid Chevrolet. Choose from over 360 used trucks and SUVs, many late model local trades, Fords, GMCs, Rams, imports, and more. Half tons, 3/4 tons, and heavy duty trucks. Plus the area's best selection of used and certified pre-owned Chevys. Financing available on the spot with no money down to qualified buyers. The Black Hills best selection of used trucks and SUVs is all on sale right now at one location at Denny Menholt Rapid Chevrolet or DennyMenholtRapidChevrolet.com. For a great used truck or SUV, Denny Menholt Toyota has them. Shop a great selection of half-ton trucks and SUVs, imports and domestics, Brands like Ford, GMC, Subaru, Nissan, Jeep, and more. Plus, the area's best selection of used Toyotas, Toyota certified pre-owned. Buy with no money down, get financing on the spot with qualified credit. If we don't have exactly what you're looking for, we'll find it for you in our network of dealerships. See us at Denny Manhole Toyota or DennyManholeToyota.com.
When you ask for Black Hills Surgical Hospital, you ask for someone who believes in hospitality. You ask for someone who treats everyone like a VIP and believes the absolute best shouldn't cost more and makes you feel comfortable, even when you are vulnerable. You ask for someone who cares about the little things as much as the big things. You ask for someone who treats you like you are loved, because you are. Black Hills Surgical Hospital. Ask for us by name.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Tires? Denny Manhole Rushmore Honda will beat anyone's price on tires. Plus, give you 2-year road hazard coverage at no extra charge. And for a limited time, get up to $100 rebates on sets of 4 tires. Our experts help you get the right tires for your vehicle, and we meet or beat any price. Give you 2 years of road hazard coverage and up to a $100 rebate. That's how we roll. See us at Denny Manhole Rushmore Honda or justhowweroll.com.
Family is the fabric of who we are. The generations that came before us and the ones that will carry on after. At Monument Health, we're dedicated to these communities because they're our communities. We're committed to building the healthcare system of tomorrow with medical knowledge and expertise you can trust, close to home. Here to care, here to connect, here for you, today and tomorrow. Monument Health.
It's used truck month at Denny Manhole Rapid Chevrolet. Choose from over 360 used trucks and SUVs, many late model local trades, Fords, GMCs, Rams, imports, and more. Half tons, 3/4 tons, and heavy duty trucks. Plus the area's best selection of used and certified pre-owned Chevys. Financing available on the spot with no money down to qualified buyers. The Black Hills best selection of used trucks and SUVs is all on sale right now at one location at Denny Manhole Rapid Chevrolet or DennyManholeRapidChevrolet.com. For a great used truck or SUV, Denny Manhole Toyota has them. Shop a great selection of half-ton trucks and SUVs, imports and domestics, brands like Ford, GMC, Subaru, Nissan, Jeep, and more. Plus, the area's best selection of used Toyotas, Toyota certified pre-owned. Buy with no money down, get financing on the spot with qualified credit. If we don't have exactly what you're looking for, we'll find it for you in our network of dealerships. See us at Denny Manhole Toyota or DennyManholeToyota.com.
When you ask for Black Hills Surgical Hospital, you ask for someone who believes in hospitality. You ask for someone who treats everyone like a VIP and believes the absolute best shouldn't cost more and makes you feel comfortable, even when you are vulnerable. You ask for someone who cares about the little things as much as the big things. You ask for someone who treats you like you are loved, because you are. Black Hills Surgical Hospital. Ask for us by name.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Need tires? Denny Menholt Rushmore Honda will beat anyone's price on tires. Plus, give you 2-year road hazard coverage at no extra charge. And for a limited time, get up to $100 rebates on sets of 4 tires. Our experts help you get the right tires for your vehicle, and we meet or beat any price. Give you 2 years of road hazard coverage and up to a $100 rebate. That's how we roll. See us at Denny Menholt Rushmore Honda or justhowweroll.com.
Family is the fabric of who we are. The generations that came before us and the ones that will carry on after. At Monument Health, we're dedicated to these communities because they're our communities. We're committed to building the healthcare system of tomorrow with medical knowledge and expertise you can trust, close to home. Here to care, here to connect, here for you, today and tomorrow. Monument Health.
It's used truck month at Denny Menholt Rapid Chevrolet. Choose from over 360 used trucks and SUVs, many late model local trades, Fords, GMCs, Rams, imports, and more. Half tons, 3/4 tons, and heavy duty trucks. Plus the area's best selection of used and certified pre-owned Chevys. Financing available on the spot with no money down to qualified buyers. The Black Hills best selection of used trucks and SUVs is all on sale right now at one location at Denny Menholt Rapid Chevrolet or DennyMenholtRapidChevrolet.com. Looking for a great used truck or SUV? Denny Menholt Toyota has them. Shop a great selection of half-ton trucks and SUVs, imports and domestics, brands like Ford, GMC, Subaru, Nissan, Jeep, and more. Plus, the area's best selection of used Toyotas, Toyota certified pre-owned. Buy with no money down, get financing on the spot with qualified credit. If we don't have exactly what you're looking for, we'll find it for you in our network of dealerships. See us at Denny Menholt Toyota or DennyMenholtToyota.com.
When you ask for Black Hills Surgical Hospital,